Hello, everybody. This is Karthik Poovanam, and I'm a leadership coach and an author. And I am here at this amazing and fantastic place where we can really talk to each other about what is it, especially in terms of entrepreneurship, which could really be more useful and more, involved for every one of you. Because what's happening to most of the entrepreneurs is they're getting into a disease which is called as competitive compulsive disorder. So constantly you're trying to compare yourself with some other person. You're constantly feeling that you are low because some of your competitors or some of your friends whom you're involved with drive a better car than you, they go to a better place than you, they have a better club membership than yours, and you are losing your focus on why you essentially became an entrepreneur. And now you have simply become an impression seeker. You simply become a people pleaser. You become a people pleaser. Now, once you become a people pleaser and you're simply trying to please somebody by showing off what have you gathered, what have you got with yourself, not in line with why you have essentially become an entrepreneur, you in many ways is spoiling the possibility of experiencing some deep levels of richness. And this is something precisely that you have to eliminate from your life. Until and unless you eliminate these core things from your life as to why you have become an entrepreneur and for what reasons you have become an entrepreneur, you will not be able to do what you want to do in your life. And this, my dear ones, will really take a toll on your life. People are going through enormous levels of crisis, especially entrepreneurs. Just look at the number of suicide rates, which is increasing at a very enormous levels. This speaks a lot, isn't it? And hardly can you see people who are entrepreneurs with a smiling face. Please see how many people can you see who are actually able to enjoy their Mercedes, enjoy their BMW, enjoy the luxury toys that they have created for themselves. They're not able to enjoy that. In fact, people in the huts are more happier, in the slums are more happier than this man who is sitting, than this woman who is sitting, the woman entrepreneurs today. Everybody is busy, busy, busy taking stress. You're doing things which are not ethical, many of them. And now you're feeling bad, you're feeling suffocated within, and this is taking a toll. With moments of joy, just moments of joy. This needs to end. This really needs to end. This needs to be put at ease. Until and unless you put these things at ease, you will not be able to do what is required to be done in order to progress. So that is exactly what I'm telling every one of you. If you are an entrepreneur, the most fundamental requirement for you is to really give yourself that gift of time where you figure out as to why you have become an entrepreneur. What is that key problems that you wanted to solve in the society for which you became an entrepreneur? If you have become an entrepreneur just because you wanted to make money and not create a contribution, not create a difference, not create a transformation in the lives of people, then you are definitely in the wrong, business. Your choice is wrong. When your choice of why, when the reason becomes wrong, your choices will eventually become wrong. And when your choices become wrong, it will impact drastically your ecosystem cycle of flow of money, flow of delivery, flow of life very largely as an entrepreneur. You can avoid all of these things by simply taking a time, taking a moment, and getting back and just taking a deep dive into yourself and asking yourself what was the fundamental reason that triggered you to become an entrepreneur? What was the DNA? And that is very, very important. Until and unless you connect back to the DNA as to why you have become what you have become, you will be like a wanderer with absolutely no purpose. Anybody will come and tell you anything, and you will go and you will jump into that. The people doing all different kinds of business, and their energies are getting distracted, and now they are simply managing day to day. They will pay the salaries and they'll say, oh my god, one expense is gone. They'll pay their bills, oh my god, have breathed. They'll pay their loans, oh my god, have breathed. They'll get into a trouble, and now they will solve the trouble, and by then they'll create another trouble for themselves. So this is just like monkey business. A monkey keeps jumping from one branch to the other, and entrepreneurs, most of them, over 98% of them, they have just become like monkeys. Absolutely no credibility as to why you are doing what you are doing. And if you see in my sessions, the people who attend my sessions, they're all like doing really big, but still there is a scope that they have ventured into something which is off track, and now they're coming back. And that is the whole power of internal vibrancy, which connects you back to your DNA, which is required, which is essential, which is a fundamental requirement. And until and unless you have a system in place, you have a process in place which really gives you that level of energy, which gives you that level of enthusiasm, which gives you that level of personal motivation to connect deep to yourself, to connect deeply involved to yourself, you would not be able to do that. Now people ask me, what is it that you're doing with the IPS officer? You go to my website, like mindpowerreality.com, you see so many IPS officers in India attending my workshop. Why? This is precisely because we really interested in why have you become an IPS officer? Why have you got into the Indian Army? Why have you got into whatever business? If you've seen my last year videos, we were doing a crew, huge levels of programs across the Europe with the best universities. Why? This is precisely to put people back into the core purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. But if you don't connect to why you're doing what you're doing, you are simply becoming, you are just being like a monkey. There's a reptilian brain in our system, which governs in many ways the information thought flow and how we decide to do things. It's inherent, it's latent, and this needs to be understood, and this cannot function very consciously until and unless you are connecting to the deepest core possibilities of why you're doing what you're doing. The reasoning power is the most important of all. The purpose for which you're doing what you're doing. And understand, when you connect to your purpose and when you resonate with your purpose, you create strong values around it. You create a strong structure around it. There is a system and process which follows beyond it. There is a framework which is set beyond it. All of this comes in a very detailed way. This is exactly what I want you entrepreneurs to focus on. Not just become an entrepreneur because today you want to show that you are an entrepreneur, you're doing a business, but deep down you know what is happening to you in your life. And you've got to avoid that. You've got to avoid this chaos by taking the right necessary step within yourself. So now, take a moment and figure out what is the purpose for which you become an entrepreneur. Stay blessed, stay energized, and I will see you in another series. This is Karthik Poovanam. Have a great day.